Today's Albion Online video is all about how to make the most out of Fame Week, how to get the most things done, how to be the most efficient. First off, what is a Fame Week? So a Fame Week is just a bonus to fame from the developers. So essentially that's combat fame, crafting fame, gathering fame, anything in the game except PvP fame. PvP fame has never given a bonus. So Fame Weeks usually happen on sometime around July, about mid-July. That's when Albion Online has its anniversary. There's October, sometimes November, sometimes December, sometimes during Easter, around April, I believe. I don't think we got one this year, though. So also, if Stillfront, who owns Sandbox Interactive, if their stock price is dropping right now, their stock prices are below $1. Oh boy, oh boy. Sometimes they will be like, hey, we need more people to come into the game, give them a Fame Week, whatever. We have one coming up on. So the one that's coming up, there's one in June 14th through the 17th. I think Asia might have this one day earlier. I'm not entirely sure. That's what they said on Reddit, but when I logged into Asia, I didn't have the buff. But if you do have the buff, it will show up right below your character. You'll have a buff. Now on like anniversary or for Christmas in December, you sometimes have to do like a little mini game, or you have to have an item acquired, like the anniversary cake in July. You'll have to eat a cake, and then you'll have the fame buff bonus. And yeah, but for like the one that's coming up technically tomorrow or today, whenever you're watching this video, it will just be active on everyone's accounts passively. So how do you get the most combat fame during these Fame Weeks? Well, the answer to that, now, everything that I make guides for are for solo guildless players. Obviously, the best fame farm in the game is being in one of those top-end guilds that does world bosses and Avalonian raids, but I don't have access to that kind of stuff. I don't have friends. I don't mesh well with guilds. I can't show you those things. But for every solo guildless player out there, which you guys are the majority, I'm one of you, Tier 4 Blue Zone solo statics are the absolute highest fame per hour activity in the game. With just premium active, it is 20 million fame per hour. And if you get a 25% boost to that, well, that's quite a lot. That is 25 million fame per hour. Now, if you want to learn how to do that, just head over to this video here. It's called Farming 20 Million Fame Per Hour in Albion Online. Yes, it was made 1 year ago, but this game doesn't update much. This game doesn't change much. This video will teach you the build, exactly how to do it, where to go, what to do. And yeah, it requires a little bit of silver. If you're a new player, it will take you at least 3 days of playing, perfectly to be able to afford the set and be able to do this. If you are a brand new player, you're going to have to farm the open world instead in yellow zones. But for everyone else that's a little bit established, you can solo statics. That's going to get you the most fame per hour. Some people are wondering, can you use tomes? Now, tomes will not receive the fame boost at all. So gathering tomes and tomes of insight for combat fame will not be boosted by 25%. Sadly, that is just not how it works. If it was, everyone would just hold on to tomes until the Fame Weeks, then they would never spend them. So that's why they're not, they don't work. Sorry. So gathering fame, and people will fight me over this information, but the truth of the matter is, as a solo guildless player, and as someone who does not cheat or use radar hacks or third-party programs or Portaler or an entire Chinese army, RMT'd, over PayPal or whatever to scout roads for you and find aspects, if you want to farm the most gathering fame, the absolute truest, realest answer is to farm them in Tier 4 Blue Zones. I have hundreds of gathering videos on my channel. I have nearly 800 total Albion videos on my channel. I know what I'm talking about, and I will tell you right now that by fame farming in the Tier 4 Blue Zone, you will make slightly more gathering fame per hour than in a Tier 5 Yellow Zone. And yes, if you go to a red or a black zone and you get very lucky with a very high enchanted node, all to yourself or an aspect or whatever, yeah, you'll make more fame. You will make more fame doing that if you can find it. With hundreds of tests, thousands even. You don't find those. As a solo guildless player that isn't cheating, you're not going to find those. If you do, you got really lucky. Congrats on your big slot machine win, bucko. But for consistent, always available fame, the highest fame per hour for gathering is blue zones. It's stupid. That's how it is. And everyone's like, risk versus reward. No. It's not that. It's literally not the case. Do your testing. Do your research. You will earn more fame per hour in these blue zones than anywhere else consistently. End of. I'm sorry that's the way it is. I didn't make the game. Don't hate me for it. I'm just the researcher giving you the truthful information here. Now, what about refining? So I'm going to tell you right now that refining during a fame week is the worst idea you can have, and let me tell you why. When you level refining, you want to do it when the market swings in your favor so that you're either earning money refining without using focus, of course, or you're doing it at very low cost, all right? So if you look at my refining, like I have wood and a pretty high level stone here. Because I live in a Bridgewatch, I always check the markets for stone, and when the markets are in my favor, I just buy the stone and refine it, and I just make profit. So the best way to level refining is to wait for it to be profitable for free without focus. If you dare try refining during a fame week, you're going to be just burning through silver. And unless you're making a refining alt character, there's no reason to do this. So just be patient with your refining levels. Most people shouldn't level refining is a mountain of math, and it's barely profitable unless you own a shop stall. But you already know what you're doing if you're in the cartel's little Discord guild anyway. So what about crafting fame? Yes, you can level up some crafting during fame week. However, if you did not order the materials long before fame week, you're going to be paying way more than the bonus fame is worth. For instance, 25% bonus fame is really nice to have, but if you're paying 50% higher prices, you're technically losing on fame week. You're technically spending more money than if you just did it off season, so to speak. So leveling crafting is a whole different nightmare. But if the market is, pretty normalized, or you're the early bird that logs in the very second that the servers come up, and the shopkeepers don't raise their prices, and some whale doesn't buy off the whole market, then you are set. You can level your crafting. It's the best time to level crafting. I always wait for a fame week to level crafting. And I'll do that, like, I will wait months, because it's a 25% money savings. There's no reason to spend that money, right? And but you have to order all the materials beforehand and have them ready to go. Otherwise, you're just going to be paying more than you normally would, and you're not really benefiting when you're spending more silver. So what about fishing fame? Alright, so fishing fame is a little different because you can technically just eat fish in order to fame up your fishing level. It's stupid. It's so dumb. Why can't we eat logs? Why can't we eat metal bars to level up our gathering? I mean, that would be so silly, right? But for whatever reason, the devs decided, hey, you could just eat fish and level up your fishing fame. And I got 24 million on this server. I'll show you. We'll buy a river sturgeon. Okay, let's buy a river sturgeon. There we go. We're going to put it in our little inventory slot there. And when I'm going to show you, when we open our destiny board here, and we have fisherman, level 0. Okay, never fished before on this character. And now we eat the fish. There we go. We just earned 140 fame. Catch your first fish. I didn't catch a fish. Oh, there we go. Let's, dang, I didn't move the text in time. Yeah, I got an achievement for eating a fish. But now, you'll notice that my fishing level is 140 out of 7,000. So you can max out your fishing if you want to just buy fish from the market and eat them. And what better time to do that than a Fame Week? Because with Fame Week active, instead of getting, how much should I get there again? 140 fame? I would get 140 plus 25%, which I don't know the math on that, but it's better than nothing. And think of it like this. During Fame Week, every 4 fish that you eat, it's like you get 1 for free. So if I'm paying 16,000 silver, okay, it's really 18,000 silver, whatever, then I'm saving 4,443 silver every time I eat 4 fish. Just think of it like that. So what happens is you're going to see the fish market just empty out everywhere, especially your river sturgeon. because it gives the most fame. And yeah, so and you need to eat a lot of fish to get level 100 fishing, by the way. It is nuts. I actually made an entire video to teach you how to eat fish faster. There is certain gear you can equip, because if you're sitting there and you have like an inventory full of like, you know, tens of thousands of fish, it will take you a long time to eat one, load the cast bar of the fish eating, eat another one, load the cast bar, eat another one, and then when you put fish in here, it puts everything on global cooldown. There's a way to skip the global cooldown, and this very specific video will teach you. It's a very short video, okay? And it'll teach you how to eat fish the fastest way possible. So if you're leveling up your fishing fame during Fame Week, please give this a watch. How can you make money during Fame Week? How can you earn a whole bunch of silver during Fame Week? Well, that's a members-only secret. What is that? What does a members-only secret mean? What does that mean? Right down below this video, there is a join button. It is $5 a month. You will become a Swolebenji channel member through YouTube. And what that does, it gives you access to private, more personal videos that are too good to share with the public, because if I did, it would ruin the markets and people would hate me even more. But otherwise, what happens is you can watch the members-only videos. You'll learn all the tricks of the trade. You'll know exactly what to buy and sell during a Fame Week to double and triple your silver income. And it's pretty nice to know this information. It is months of research and market research and testing, all broken down into a simple, easy-to-understand video. I basically just give you the list of everything and how much more silver you can expect to make during a Fame Week. Because Fame Weeks happen anywhere from 3 to 6 times a year, I believe, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on how the company feels. Then that's a whole lot of opportunities. If you're going to play this game long term, you become a channel member, you pay the $5 a month, you watch the videos. Once you remember the information, you know, there you go, you're good to go. It pays for itself. You know, and don't take my word for it. You know, just look down in the comments down below. You'll see a bunch of channel members, you know, vouching for it. And anyway, with that said, let's get back to the video. So, what is 25% fame? What the hell is that? Now, some Fame Weeks are not 25%. Sometimes they're 15%. Sometimes they're 10%. But the one coming up tomorrow is 25%. So, what does that mean? How much more fame are you actually getting? Well, think of it like this. If you go out and you grind open world mobs for 4 hours, well, with the 25% fame boost, it's as if you spent 5 hours doing that, but you only spent 4 hours. Does that make sense? You're getting the fame that you would have if you played for 5 hours, with only playing for 4 hours. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know any simpler or dumber way to explain it. Does the Fame Week stack with Satchel? Does it stack with Premium? Does it stack with that guild bullshit that gives you 10% fame? Or the Avalonian Raid, whatever the heck it is that gives you 10%? Yes, it stacks with all of those things, okay? It is not multiplicative, which means if you have a Satchel, an 8.4 Satchel giving you 100% bonus fame, it does not increase that by 25%. It simply adds 25%. So if you have Premium, that adds 50%. If you have the Fame Week, that adds 25%. If you have the Satchel, that adds 100%. Does that make sense? Why are we getting a 3-day fame? It's not a Fame Week, it's just 3 days. Yikes. But, so apparently on the Albion subreddit, I'll show you guys. On the Albion subreddit, they got 100,000 subscribers. So what that means is that 100,000 people, it's not really 100,000 people, click this little join button here on the Albion subreddit. Also, I'd just like to point out that only 54 people are browsing the subreddit, and that's a really low number for a game like Albion. It really is. And this subreddit, allegedly, is terraformed, or astroturfed, rather, is the word, by bots that just make posts like, how do I level up my swords and stuff. And they're just bots asking the same questions every other month, right? I want to show you a few other examples of some subreddits with actual active players. We have Wuthering Waves with 450 active people, okay? So that's a lot more compared to Albion. And then of course Fortnite. Look at Fortnite. It has it's a little hard to see, 789 people here right now. Like, Albion Online's a little baby game compared to those games. Oh man. How much faster will you fame up? Well, 25% faster. So how much faster is that? So if it takes me 2 hours, which it does only take me 2 hours with solo static fame farming to 0 to 100, any specialization of a weapon through combat fame credit acquisition, it takes me 2 hours. But during a fame week, it would only take me 1.5 hours instead, you see? Should you buy premium for fame week? Well, if it's a whole week, heck yeah. And if you can play and make the most of it, why not? Now, because the one we're getting up soon is only 3 days, I would recommend that you just buy a 1 week premium. If it's still on the, it's still in the store, $5. You know, yeah, that way you can at least get 3 of those 7 days, you know, basically 50% boosted. Because, I mean, you might as well, right? I would not grind any kind of fame up like crafting or gathering, oh god, gathering, or, you know, anything of the sort, except maybe fame. I would probably do fame without premium, just because I can. But, you definitely want premium active during fame week if you can help it. Everyone will be playing, and I can't fame farm because it's too crowded, and every zone has too many people, and there's no mobs to kill, and there's nothing to gather. These are excuses. These are just excuses. Let me show you some proof here. This video right here, this video called Albion Online Advanced Open World Fame Farming Guide 2024 EU launch, was filmed on the busiest day of EU in Tier 5 yellow zones. And I was still able to 0 to 100 mastery my first day using an inefficient build, an inefficient weapon, inefficient set. And if I can do it on the busiest day, the busiest possible, most people in the open world fame farming, way more than you're going to see nowadays, even with a fame week active, then you can do it too. It's not that hard. Just go 3 or more zones away from the royal cities. And yes, there will be people, and it may be upsetting that there's other people playing a freaking video game, but you will still, there's still plenty for you to farm, okay? Listen, if you don't want to take advantage of a 25% time-saving buff, then you go right ahead and just sit this one out, punk. Ava roads are better fame because if I kill a big super rare boss mob that I can never find in 1 hour, he give 25%, but if you kill a little baby mob, he only give 25%, and 25% of big number is more, so you're wrong, Swolbidgy. Alright, let me break this one down for you, because it's a doozy. You see, whenever I pull 10 static mobs and blow them all up, instead of giving 10 to 12,000 fame each, they're gonna all give 25% more each, which is, you know, turns that 12k mob into, how much? Yeah, each 12k mob will now become a 15k mob. And yes, if you go to the Abba Roads and you kill a 500k mob, then you know, get, what is that, like 625k or some shit like that. Yes, absolutely, the big mob will give big number, but because I can consistently, endlessly pull 10 plus mobs at a time in statics and blow them all up, like, the fame per hour, look at it like this. You have to understand, if you can farm 20 million fame per hour, regardless of fame buff or not, then you can take that 20 million number, multiply it by 25%. There you go. And, well, you add 25%. And the same goes for the Ava Roads, where you make 8 to 10 million per hour, if you're lucky, in a Tier 8 Black Zone with no gankers, and all the mobs are still alive, then you add 25% to that number, okay? It doesn't just magically become better. It's like some of you guys don't have the basic critical thinking understanding or something. It's so frustrating sometimes to teach people to play this game, because it's like, are you guys not eating enough food for your brains to work or something? What's going on, man? What's going on up in there? But, you know, when I look at my comments for other games that require more brain energies to function, I see similar comments on those games, so I think it's just human nature at this point. Maybe I'm just built different. I don't know, man. But yes, guys, that is the video. That is Fame Weeks Explained, or whatever the hell I'm going to title this. I don't know, man. But hopefully it answered your freaking questions about Fame Week, okay? So there you go. If you're still playing this, and this look at this person. He asked me why my character looks the way it does. I mean, do I? What the hell is? What kind of question is that? I don't know, man. I guess he takes offense to how my character looks or something, man. It's for attention. I stand out. Look at everyone else's character and look at mine. Who's different? Who is the different character on the screen here? Look. Oh. This one. This guy over here has got the old man hair, so at least he stands out a little bit, right? Or that one has the white hair, but, you know, white hair is pretty common and, wow. Yeah, jiggle physics, right? Anyway, guys, that's the video. Leave a like, leave a comment if you don't. The world ends in, like, 2 months if you don't click the video on the right side of your screen, I guess. I don't know, man. Hope, like, you know what? Don't click the video because I want the world to end. I honestly do. I honestly wish we would get like back to the Stone Age, so I can be a feudal serf and grow cabbages for some king or whatever, and be in the safety of a castle with castle walls and no technology. Let me know in the comments if you would go back to the feudal ages. And we can all live, till we're like 30 and die of some random disease. Or, oops, I stepped on a rusty nail, now I'm going to die. I mean, that's the life. None of this, oops, you went to the hospital to get the rusty nail disease, whatever it's called, tetanus? I think it's called tetanus removed. And now you owe the hospital $100,000. And they're going to just come and put you in the gulags until you can pay off your debt, which is never, because interest rates or something. I'm kind of trailing off here, but the point is that you should just click the video on the right side of your screen, or don't, if you want to doom the entire universe. Yes, it expanded to the universe now. It's not just Earth, okay? It's like all the planets and stars and whatever, we've been told exists out there. If it even does, we're probably just in a simulation, okay? I'm not even real. I'm just a computer. I'm just ones and zeros, you're just in a padded room, bro. Wake up. It's time to wake up. You're just dreaming, bro. You're just dreaming.